Group dynamics. The definition of group dynamics is how people interact within a group. Tuckman group development. There are 4 stages for this. The first stage is forming. Individuals come together and gets to initially know one another and form as a group. An example of this would be Jersey Wanderers women leaving the club when players from St Paul's joined. This is because they had identified the strengths and weaknesses of the players, and so they decided to leave. The second stage of the Tuckman group development is a storming, chaotic period of conflict where individuals seek their roles and status within the group. An example of this is in the stage players would start to talk bad things about each other. They will start to make rough tackles to get their social status higher than others. The third stage is norming. Team members start to gravitate towards the norms of the group. An example of this would be in a football game. Ronaldo and Bale contribute to the game to win and work as a team, but off the pitch they don't really like each other and don't get along. The fourth stage is performing. This stage involves the team progressing and functioning effectively as a unit. An example of this can be a team practicing the drills and training. So when it comes to a game, they will perform it as a team and get the best outcome by working together. Leadership. Qualities of a good leader. First quality is intelligence. The definition of intelligence is this has been defined in many ways to include the capacity of logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, reasoning, creativity, and problem solving. This can be done more generally described as the ability to perceive or infer information towards adaptive behaviors within an environment. Another quality is confidence. This is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone, or commonly use their self-assurance in one's personal judgment, ability and power. One increases self-confidence from experiences of having mastered activities. Another quality is patience. The quality of being patient as the bearing of provocation, annoyance, misfortune or pain, without complaint, loss of temper, irritation or like. Self-discipline. This is the ability to manage your own emotions and weaknesses. It gives you a way to do what you think is right, regardless of how badly you would rather not. It provides the fuel for your will, allowing you to win when everything is set against you. It is the part of your character and is something you can learn. Optimism is a form of positive thinking that includes the belief that you are responsible for your own happiness and that more good things will continue to happen to you in the future. An example of this would be a good sports leader would be Cristiano Ronaldo in the Champions League. When his team just conceded, he would motivate his team by talking and telling them to keep their heads up. Different types of leader. Appointed by people that are above you, as they are just seen to be the best person for the job. Jose Mourinho is a good example of an appointed manager, as he was picked from the board because he suited the role that they were looking for. Imagine, this comes from within the group/team, often has the respect of other players and coaching staff. An example of this would be Peter Cech. He's a good leader in the Arsenal team, but he is not the captain of the team. Social loafing. As the group size increases, the effort put in by everyone will decrease. Due to a diffusion of responsibility, The reason this happens is because people in a group will decrease the amount of responsibility they have so others can do it for them. Tug of war example called Ringelmann effect. This is when people will rely on their teammates to do most of the work. This will happen by letting their team make all the effort and then just helping them a bit. A team sport example would be when a fullback is helping his team attack, then the centre back will cover his position until he comes back. This is a team player because he will help his team by defending and not concede. Cohesion. This is a dynamic process that is reflected in the tendency for a group to stick together and remain united in the pursuit of its goals and objectives. They define a cohesive group as having the following characteristics: a collective identity, a sense of shared purpose, structured patterns of communication. Social cohesion. This relates to how well the members enjoy each other's company. Recreational sport, team enjoy playing together regardless of whether they win or lose. An example of this would be Juventus is a good team which has a good cohesion because all the players get along well and work as a team. Task cohesion. This relates to how well the team members work together to achieve a common goal. The reason why players in football teams will stick together is because there will be a goal, so they will work together to achieve it. Factors affecting group cohesion. Environmental factors. Location groups that live in a close proximity are small tend to be more cohesive as they have more opportunity to interact and for their relationships. Leadership factors. Leadership style, communication style, compatibility of coaches and athletes' personalities. Team factors. Trust and belief in each other, honestly identifying problems early and collective solve. Well-defined roles to ensure complete understanding. Personal factors. Motivation to achieve the shared goal. Background, attitudes and opinions, and level of commitment.